Shalom, shalom. We're going to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Akwat who may be listening. This is your brother Batagallah from the GMS camp here in Chicago. Coming back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, and Lord willing, is edifying. We're going to get right into the scriptures. This is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve, Yahweh prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right, so, this lesson's going into understanding what we're into and counting the cost. And, the Apostle Gabar always says that this is one of the first scriptures that he'll tell somebody who's just embarking on into this truth. And, it's very straightforward, and it lets you know what to expect right up front. All right. And, because this is not like of course, it does make your life better as far as your spirit, mentally and all of that. But as far as prosperity in this world and having a lot of money or your life, quote unquote, being easier, as far as being more convenient and you having a rest here and enjoying your time, this truth is not for that. This truth is to have you in the spirit of getting out of this place and having you in the spirit of the kingdom, which is to come. It's not here now. We live in a wicked world. And so, you're going to deal with a lot of adversity and troubles when you enter into this truth. But all these things are to make you better, to try you and to refine you, and to make you better, so you can serve the Lord to the best of your ability. Like the Elder Yak always says, we here, in school to become judges, to become rulers. And, learning comes with hardships. Learning comes with difficulty. That's how you learn. You go through difficult situations and you come out on the other side, with the understanding of those situations if the Lord is dealing with you. And so that means that, in order for us to learn as much as possible, we're going to have to encounter a lot of things that may be viewed as negative, things that may be inconvenient. All right. They got a saying in the world that the father of invention is necessity, and basically stating that, people have a job to do. For example, back in the antebellum South, when Jake was a slave, Jake could have certain jobs to do. They'll come up with inventions to make their life more convenient and make their jobs easier so that they could do whatever they had to do to please whoever they had to please. And it's the same thing with this, man. The Lord puts us through hardships, puts us through situations that are difficult so that we can come to understand the things that we have to do and the things that we need to change so that we can better do our job for him. All right. And that's something that you have to grab and come to grips with, because you're gonna be things are gonna make you uncomfortable in this truth. It's a guarantee. All right. You're not gonna be living a easy street kind of life, man. Your family's gonna come against you. People are gonna come against you. Demons are always going to be trying to come against you, but it's the Lord testing you like he tested Job. This Luke 14 and verse 28. I'm going to start at 27. This Luke 14 and 27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Lest happily after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, that all behold and begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth down not first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that come against him with 20,000? Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an embassage and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. All right, so Yahushua is telling us that, when we when we are coming into this truth, we got to be prepared to go through what he went through. Now, of course, you know, the Lord is merciful, and we're not going to have to go through all of the things that Yahushua went through. Though Yahushua endured certain things that we wouldn't be able to endure. All right, plain and simple. Just being able to live on this earth and not go off is impossible for any of us to do right now. Okay, and that's not including all of the other pain and sufferings that he had to deal with. All right, but just because we're not, going through exactly what he had to go through doesn't mean that we don't have to deal with our own battle. All right, and that's what this truth is about: battling against your old self and becoming a new man. Like the scriptures say, being reborn in the faith. And you got to understand what that means up front. And that's one thing about, I can't speak on other camps, but the Men of Great Millstone, they inform you up front what you're dealing with. All right, really, first and foremost, the scriptures inform you up front what you're dealing with. Like I read in that Sirach, this is not something it is a cheat code to life, but not in the way that people would think. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you'll have, it comes with a lot of benefits, but you are going to have to deal with hardships and things that are uncomfortable. And a lot of people get offended by those things and end up turning their back on the plow. And it's a heavy toll to pay for that. All right, and the Lord is ultimately getting us ready, because just like we counting the cost, with what we got to deal with, we understand what's coming. All right, Esau is going to make a move and set things up, and whatever you think you're dealing with right now that's uncomfortable is not going to be nothing compared to how things are when Esau come out with this MOTB and really tighten his grip to try to get rid of us or do whatever it is that the Lord got him to do before he get destroyed when the Lord come back. All right. And right now we are being molded not only to be able to endure that, but to come out on the other side of that. And, like I mentioned earlier, in the words of the Elder Yah, be judges and rulers in the next kingdom to come. All right. But you don't want to be the one that turns back. You don't want to be the person that leaves your brothers in the field and you decide that you don't want to do the work no more, because the Lord will jack you up. Like the scriptures say, he that, if you're going to get many stripes, as opposed to somebody who didn't know will get few stripes. All right. And also, you come into this truth. You had demons on you in the world. The Lord take the demons off you while you in the truth. You fall out. Now you're going to have to deal with 7 times more demons coming and attacking you and jumping on you. And you're doing all type of wild things, and it's a lot of testimonies of individuals that fell out and not only went back to their vomit like a dog, but, furthered their wickedness and had greater demons attack them and jump on them and have them doing way worse things than they was doing when they was in the world, So you really want to be careful and understand that this is something that's for life. It's like in the mafia, how they say in the mob, it's only 2 ways, or it's only 2 ways out. You either go to jail or you die. It ain't no quitting life of the mob. If you joined the mob and you tried to walk away, they'll kill you for that. Now we're not really in the heyday of the Italian mafia no more, but back in the 70s, the 80s, and prior, you walk away from the mob or you try to say you're not going to be in the mob no more, and they will kill you for that. All right. And the Lord is more serious about his work than some fucking Dago Jake that wants to do wicked shit. All right. Here we go. Salakia. This Luke 9:62. And it says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. All right, so you come into this truth and you fall out, man. The Lord is going to destroy you, man. And it's not going to be I mean, these wicked ass 2/3 and these heathens here in America in particular are already going to get fucked up bad, man. All right, you don't want to know what's going to be the punishment for somebody that comes into this truth and falls out. Because if what these 2/3 and these niggas that don't know, these 2/3 and these heathens get is bad, and it say you'll get many stripes for knowing and they don't know, then whatever it is that a fallout is going to get is not Salakia, is not going to be comfortable at all. And we're not just talking about at the time of or the hour of destruction. We talking about leading all the way up to that, you know. And this even goes for people, who walk by the camp and they hear the truth and then they just say fuck it. But the fact that you was in the camp, it make it even worse for you, man. And like I said, the Lord will jack you up not only in that hour of destruction when he comes back, but leading all the way up to that, man. You'll be a complete misery, you know. So you don't want to. It would be better for a lot of people, you know. It'd be better for you if you didn't get involved, whether other instead of being a fallout. Salakia. Being a fallout is the worst thing that you can be on this side. It's worse than being a 2/3. It's worse than being an Edomite. It's worse than being all that. Because you really went and the Lord supped with you and you still told them that you didn't care and that you wanted to go and do whatever you wanted to do. All right. And it's not going to end well for you. All right. We're going to get the last scripture and then we're going to close it out, Lord willing. Salakia. Because there is just because we talking about, falling out and, the punishment for doing that, it's a reward for enduring, man. All right. Because that's the only way we're going to make it into the kingdom is enduring to the end and staying, with faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. This Matthew 24:13. But he that endure to the end, Salakia, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what we hoping for, man. We hoping that the Lord gives us the strength to endure to the end, to fight all the battles that are put in front of us, remaining faithful, remaining diligent to what we got to do to the best of our ability, and remaining, brotherly and all those other things that are important, that's going to help us endure. All right. Because we don't want to fall out. I don't want any other sincere brothers to fall out, man. Because that's a we a brotherhood, man. We love each other, It's certain individuals that fell out in this camp that I was close with here in Chicago, man. And it breaks my heart every time I hear them or think about them. It is what it is at the end of the day. If the Lord not dealing with them, fuck them. But I still hope that the Lord have mercy on them and they come back, man, and they get their mind together. Because, ultimately what the Lord is bringing is not going to be kind for a lot of these people, man. Least of all, a fallout, man. You don't want to have to answer to the Lord for that because you have the least amount of excuses out of anybody. And this is to myself first and foremost, man. We got to endure. We got to continue to have faith. We got to continue to self-examine ourselves. And we got to continue to get better so that we can be able to take on the greater challenge. Because the closer that we get to the Lord coming back, the more difficult the challenges are going to be. The Elder Malcolm was telling us that, in our group not that long ago. We got to be prepared for things to get kicked up to the next level. And so that's why we always got to constantly be improving, getting better, and working on ourselves, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But with that being said, we're going to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Akwat who may be listening. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, Shalom and Kwam Yasharallah.